Hey there folks, welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect 2. I'm the Mysterious JG, your friend of the digital age, and I guess, considering that we actually got new dialogue with, what's-his-face
No
last
messages
time.
for you, Commander.
Well, I can talk to her.
You had me so worried when you were trapped on the collector ship. Thank goodness for Edie.
You do care.
That sounds like more than just professional concern, Kelly.
You want me?
You're more than just my commander. You're my friend.
Edie brought you back to me. If she had a body, I'd give her a big hug.
What about me? I'm Colonel Starscream. No, that doesn't make any sense, folks. Every so often I forget that Boba's not watching this series and throw out some goofy reference for him.
The Normandy crew delivered, including you.
You're too kind. We were there to help, but Edie gets the credit this time.
Well, I go have
The
sex
elusive
with Edie.
man made sure Edie was installed for this mission. Now I see why. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
That'll be all.
It's always nice chatting with you.
Yeah, see, I chatted with her. I avoided going too far with the flirting. I don't believe you can actually... I thought you could romance her in the second and third games. I guess you don't get the full-fledged romance you do with other characters. Well, who cares? You know, let's talk to Jacob while we're still on this floor. But yeah, I mean, now that I've played through and finished the third game, I think I can say, without spoiling the third game, that there's enough things happening in the ending scene that they don't bother to have like a different 3-hour cinematic chronicling your life with the different various love interests. I mean, by the end of that game, it's like, does it really matter who Shepard was smooching at the end of 2? Probably not.
Commander, can I
I
help you with
want to
something?
talk about you.
I'm more interested in just talking for a
We
bit.
did talk to him last time.
I'm good, Shepard. Ready
Oh, that's
for
right.
anything. We live, we'll get loud, and spill some drinks on the Citadel.
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
I'm
Rather
good,
than
Shepard.
spill and drink.
Ready for anything. We live, we'll get loud, and spill some drinks on the Citadel.
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
I'm good, Shepard.
Okay, so
Ready for anything. We live, we'll get loud, and spill some drinks on the Citadel.
You know, I should probably one of these days check out them Knights of the Old Republic games. I mean, they're supposed to be really similar to these games, I've heard. And I do enjoy the goofiness of these games.
We'll talk later.
Commander,
Sure. Edie, let's get loud and proud and spill drinks or whatever. Logging you out, Shepard. Permanently. Yeoman Chambers monitors activities and crew on the Normandy. She will watch you in the shower, dude. She is a freak. She's the kind you don't take home to mother. She's alright. She's alright. Sorry. Little Rick James moment there. Oh god, no. Forget it. Didn't remember who was down that path, or I wouldn't even have gone. I guess we can talk to mystical, spiritual assassin, genetically engineered to be cool and interesting to Goth's character, who is not actually a Goth, just Goth. He's got some tendencies.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Later. I'd like to consider what we've already discussed.
Get out of my scales, Shepard.
I should go.
I shall return to my meditations.
I will meditate and then destroy you. I don't want to mess with her. It's going to trigger the romance stuff. I still haven't figured out exactly where I want to go there. Maybe I did do the rounds, because I think we talked to Garrus and he told us to, you know, he had to calibrate his guns, leave him alone.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
You
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
Maybe it's actually a complete waste of time to be talking to the crew now. Either way, I think I can afford to just forget it and get back to work. I guess I'll tell you what, we'll check in with Gron. If Gron doesn't have anything new, then I'm going to assume that at the end of my last play session I did talk to everybody and then forgot her. Samara, she's right here. Oh god, the human.
Shepard,
Anything new?
There is something I've wanted to tell you.
He's
I've done many
interested.
things in my lifetime. I thought the galaxy held nothing new for me.
And now I know it to be true.
Since joining you, I've realized how much more there is.
The best is yet to come. Da 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 da.
You must have seen many things in your years of travel.
As a maiden, I served as a mercenary.
I wasn't a
I
maiden
fought
long, Shepard.
tyrants and pirates. I experienced everything the galaxy has to offer. As a Justicar, I saw parts of Asari space few know about. I destroyed villages and saved cities. I even fought a Spectre.
Destroying villages was the best part. Destroyed a village?
Why would you destroy an entire village?
I tracked Morinth to a remote colony world. She'd perverted an entire town, making them worship her and bring young Asari as sacrifices.
Seriously?
When
I want to go
arrived,
back and
she
to
fled,
Morinth.
throwing her minions at me in waves. They bought her time with their lives. When it was done, only small children remained. I left them in the authorities' care and continued my pursuit.
That's the kind of story that, I mean, somebody probably thinks, man, this is so badass, it's so edgy. It's like, no, now you're just getting silly. You've killed a Spectre? Did he come onto you or something?
Why did you fight a Spectre?
A Taurian named Nihilus.
Ooh.
He may have been on council business, but I witnessed him kill an unarmed
We
civilian.
remember Nihilus.
Following the code, I attacked.
I knew Nihilus. Nihilus was a good man. You, sir/ma'am, are no Nihilus.
Nihilus seemed like an honorable Turian, and a good Spectre.
He may have been. However, killing unarmed civilians is wrong.
When we met, I witnessed you kill a merc who had no chance against you.
That mercenary was armed, and I offered her a way out. She chose to ignore it.
Yeah, Sun Tzu says, when your enemy is cornered, offer him a dignified and honorable way out, and if he refuses to take it, attack without mercy. Sun Tzu was obviously the author of the Justicar Code. No doubt about it. I do like that this game will occasionally throw out stuff like, you know, they do remember their own character. There's not that many characters they can keep referencing, because of the nature of the game, where there's all these optional missions you don't have to play. They can't assume that you ran into, for example, there's that older female character on the Citadel who was trying to take over like organized crime gang, and there's a fairly extended mission with her that's optional. Kind of worth doing, and on this game we met her on Omega, and she's like a social worker or whatever, and it's just kind of like surprising. And I think if you get the renegade option, you meet her in this game and she's still evil or whatever. But they can't throw her out in conversations that much because, you know, they can't assume you met her. I mean, Nihilus, on the other hand, was a character who was involved in the main plot missions. And if you don't remember who he was the Turian who was like, oh, Shepard, I don't hate humans, I like humans, I want to observe you on your mission and see what's up. And then Saren shows up and kills him to reveal his healed status. So, yeah. I'm probably telling you stuff you remember. I tend to forget the details of games earlier in my LPs more quickly than my viewers do. Tales of Vesperia, they just threw a character name at me, and I was like, remember when we still have to deal with so-and-so? I'm like, I don't even know who that is. What the hell's going on?
What have your years as a Justicar been like?
Lots of Nihilus
Mostly
killing.
tedium and hardship.
I want to ask how Nihilus got
Traveling on
away.
freighters,
He's supposed to
wandering
be all
through
ultimate
rural
warrior and
areas,
stuff.
rooting out injustices, big and small. Putting
Mostly
down
big.
corrupt
I like them
officials.
big.
When I arrive in a remote area, individuals often approach me with matters of justice. My judgment rarely turns out the way they hope.
I love murdering officials.
How do you pay for transportation between worlds?
Asari captains often welcome Justicars. We reduce pirate attacks. One raid was called off when the pirates were able to verify that I was aboard.
What was being a mercenary like?
I was
a young,
man.
impulsive maiden who discovered her talent for combat. I reveled in it, until the day my troop was hired to guard a mysterious shipment on its way to some clandestine drop-off area. I discovered the shipment was slaves, to be traded to the collectors for advanced technology.
You were a slaver? That's so cool!
You supported the slave trade?
In my foolish youth, I'd certainly engaged in questionable practices. but never anything patently unjust.
Mostly I was into
demanded that
white
we turn
slavery.
around. My mates disagreed. After they were dead, I brought the ship around. The collector craft was just arriving. They closed faster than I could flee. Fortunately, we were close to the mass relay. I got through, and they did not pursue.
What about the slaves?
They were delicious, Shepard.
What did you do with all the slaves?
I lectured them on the virtues of strength and defending oneself. Then I distributed the armor, weapons, and credits of my dead colleagues, and released the captives on the Citadel.
They formed the most violent and dangerous gang in the Citadel, murdered hundreds, just cars rule, bitch.
We're not done with this yet.
I am sure. It will be my honor to be by your side at the end.
You tell me about your adventures, or you make it sound final. I don't know which of these is going to...
You think we're all gonna die?
You've
Yeah,
assembled
someday.
a powerful group, but we are fighting an unknown.
An unknown
I
that
am
might
ready
be
for
really
whatever
weak.
comes, but I do not fool myself about our chances.
Lean in close, baby.
We'll finish this mission and live to see the end.
I hope you are right.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Anyways, nice talking to you, Shep.
Well, Samara, I mean, the problem with Samara and Morinth as a choice is that Morinth is a lot of fun in this game. They really don't bother to develop her much in the other games. In this game, she's fun, and in a, like, patently, oh my god, she's supposed to be so sexy, I get it already, sort of way. But, you know, she actually has some fun bits of dialogue here and there. But, Samara actually manages to be pretty cool, too. I mean, you kind of find yourself wishing you could trade in Kasumi or even Miranda for either one of them. Or Jack. Oh, man, I hate Jack. It's like, I'm tough chick, grrr, but I'm vulnerable. You know, shut up. I use swears. Instantly use map powers by pressing whatever. Speaking of I'm sexy, the vulnerable, grrr, tough chick. Well, let's talk to Tali first in case we accidentally commit to,
Kenneth, do you think we'll make it through this?
Of course we will, Gabby.
I mean, as long as we take down the collectors, it's all worth it. Even if we don't make it.
Sure,
Don't even think that. We'll make it through.
Besides, if I make it through and you don't, that's still good enough.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
I'd like to get into your helmet.
Have you got time to talk?
Yes, I'd like that.
Have you got time to
thinking about the last time we talked.
talk?
I'm sorry. I was unprofessional, and I wasn't thinking rationally. I was being stupid and selfish.
I guess I could poll the audience. If you go with Miranda, there's a point in the third game where if you have a different romantic interest in one from the one you had in 2, it can go different ways. Ashley will make a snide comment about, because she was my romantic interest in 1, she will make a snide comment about whoever my romantic interest in 2 was. And there will be a little cattiness back and forth. I think it's funnier, the cattiness between her and Tali, than some of the other ones. So there you go. Like, she says something about, like, you know, when I go into battle, I don't put on swimwear, Shepard. Making fun of Miranda a bit. But Miranda's not really around all that much in the third game. I guess she's probably around more if you romanced her, too, than if you didn't. But still, I don't know. You know, if I were Shepard, I think I'd just be really curious. I don't really know. Besides, it'll be a lot more fun to make fun of Tali and her long-winded speeches about the Quarians if we're also romancing her, I guess. I don't think I've ever actually done Miranda as the love interest. I think when I played through as Shepard offline, I think I went with Tali. So, I don't know. I really don't know. If I get through this entire play session without having to commit, I guess you guys can write in and tell me who you'd rather see Shepard go with. There's no interest in going with Kelly. So it'd either be Tali or Miranda. And basically it comes down to, do you think Shepard should stick to his own species or get freaky with an alien and he doesn't even know what she looks like? Samara actually is not, I believe, an option for male Shepard, and I'm just gonna stare at you for hours, Tali. But honestly, the odds are real good. The rate at which I'm releasing these, I'll have to release them faster now because I'm out of Metal Gear 3, but Metal Gear Solid 3. Yeah, I probably will have to commit before I get feedback. So I'm leaning towards Tali. I guess I'll keep playing it out until I'm forced to go in.
You've never been selfish. If anything, you spent too much time thinking of the fleet and not enough thinking of yourself.
That might be true for humans, but Quarians are different. We can't just... We have to think of other people. Always. If we don't think about the needs of the whole crew, people could get hurt. Maybe even killed.
Well then, get away from them before you screw them up.
Be happy with someone. I can't do that. No matter how much I could get sick, jeopardize the mission.
I know this is ridiculous, but I'm logically driven. That's my personality type, and I think my first question would be, how sick is sick? I mean, are you seriously going to die if we try to do it? Because, yeah, maybe it's not that essential that we knock boots.
Are you saying you could die if we were together?
It's always a risk. Maybe the reaction would be minor. Maybe it would put me down for a few weeks. Or maybe it would kill me. But that's not what I'm concerned about, Shepard.
I want your dipstick
I don't want you
bad.
distracted. I don't want what I want to hurt this mission. It's too important.
And if you weren't jeopardizing anything?
If it were just me, you risked your own life to save the colonists on Pharaohs 2 years ago.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Nobody else could have saved them.
I'm a pretty big
I watched
badass.
your face as Lieutenant Alenko died on Vermeer.
It was hot.
I watched you stand strong against everything the galaxy threw at you. I've watched you for so long, and I never imagined you'd ever see past this.
Well, I haven't, as of now.
Orale, let me think on this. Arriba la raza. I want to be with you night and day.
It's like, I want to be with you, but you're gonna get disease, so screw it. I wonder, I think sometimes it might be, dialogue makes it look open-ended, but this might kill it forever if I don't like jump all over right now. I'm not sure.
You've given me a lot to consider, Tali. I'm not sure what to do here.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. I should get back to these repairs anyway.
I may have just screwed it up there. I thought that would be kind of like, what do I do? Which I guess it was, but...
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
To you.
Yes, I'd like that.
Oh, I guess we go right back to it.
Thinking about the last... I'm sorry. I was unprofessional.
Oh, okay, it actually goes straight back to it like we didn't talk at all.
That might... If we don't... You deserve to be happy with someone. I can't do that. No matter how much
there's nothing I can do.
I could
I only want to be with you.
Jeopardize the mission.
Tali, if you're scared, I don't blame you. But I don't want anyone else. I want you. And I'll do whatever I have to make this work.
Including ripping off that helmet and giving you horrible diseases.
I wouldn't blame you if... But... Oh, thank you. You don't know what that... Thank you. Give me a little time. I'll do some research. Figure out how to make this work.
Okay, but... Tell me about your pilgrimage.
It can't be that uncommon for a Quarian to have a relationship with another race.
Yeah, it's very uncommon.
But in most cases, everything is happening outside the suit. Nerve stimulation programs and such. I don't want that. If I'm going to be with you, I want it to be real.
Ooh, hot.
I need to feel your skin on mine. I've never shown my face to anyone. But I'm ready to show you, if I can do it without dying.
If I'm going to die if I'm showing you my face, I mean, no, come on, let's get real. That's just ridiculous.
What can you do? Can I help?
No, you can't even touch my
There are
suit.
a few ways to temporarily improve my immune system. Immunoboosters, antibiotic injections, that kind of thing.
There is no end to
I'll
how we
spare
can
you the
retcon
details.
my race.
But trust me, I've got plenty of motivation to figure something out.
Do your research quickly, Miss Vast Normandy. Captain's orders.
Right. Yes, definitely.
Now I'm going to go try to
Until
commit
then,
with
I should,
the
you
other
know,
chick.
Do something. Repairs for the mission.
Hate to watch her leave, but I love to watch her go. Hey, I got Paragon points from my desire to have sex with an alien whose face I've never seen. What could be more moral and forthright than that, huh? It's like, Tali, I know you might die, but I totally want to do you. Paragon points! That's a fact. I suppose I should be a little bit less, what's the word I'm looking for? Lowbrow about this. I mean, they're talking about true love, right? Right, folks? Knocking boots of Tali in a video game is true love, right?
Hey.
Hey, I just committed to Tali, so we can chill out now.
What's happening?
You got a lot of questions, don't you?
I miss your friendly nature when you're not around.
Been thinking.
Sorry.
We've seen a lot of shit together now, and you're always coming to talk to me. Shepard, you got feelings for me? Because I don't need the complication.
Then don't worry. I'm not interested.
Bitch.
Good. I didn't want you coming around here anymore anyway.
I don't want you coming around. And
Southern man don't need you around anyhow.
Is there a problem, Jack?
Can't figure if you're playing me or not. I don't like it.
Then stop.
You'd like that. Make this about you and what you want. I have to think.
And it's
Go
not my
away.
strong suit.
I don't want you coming around here for a while.
yeah, basically she was right on the edge of... Because I've been, like, nice to all of the crewmates, pretty much. Well, crewmates, no. I've been nice to all the crew members, which basically means I was at the point where any of the chicks were willing to jump all over me. And I'm not even gonna bother to make jokes about how I wish it was that easy in real life. But no, in Mass Effect, if you're just polite and friendly, the chicks totally dig you like crazy. So, yeah, I was at the point where pretty much all the female crew members were ready to jump in bed with Shepard. And, oh look, he's been throwing knives there, that's kind of cool. And, yeah, eventually, I mean, it is force you to commit to somebody eventually, but we hadn't got to that point yet.
Shepard, I was just waxing goddamn nostalgic.
Motherfucker, by the way, you prevented me from killing the guy I wanted to kill more than anything, so I do hate you. I just thought I'd mention that.
Nice ship you got here. Roomy. Last ship I worked on, two men couldn't walk past each other in the hall unless they were really good friends.
How excited.
I was trying to remember how many Cerberus operatives I've killed. Lost track around 50.
Yeah, whatever.
Guess your elusive man's big on forgiveness.
Also, my backstory is ridiculously inflated.
I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
Rex. Alright, well, I guess I might as well go chat with Miranda, now that I've kind of sort of told Tali to start spending her free time of researching science that will allow her to have sex with me. I could probably... I don't know, I wonder if I can keep playing, I wonder if I can keep leading Miranda on. I think I basically shut down the Jack romance by telling her I wasn't interested. Whoopty shit. Yeah, this game just makes the romance mechanic so much more irritating than... There's just too many. I think there's too many choices. 3 gets even worse. 3 actually allows you to be homosexual. Or I guess bisexual. You know, I'm assuming you don't ignore all romantic options of the previous 2 games and then focus in on a homosexual option the first time it's available. I suppose that would make you bisexual. But yeah, you can be homosexual in Mass Effect 3, which apparently, I wasn't on the internet a whole lot. Apparently that caused like a lot of furor. I'm like, seriously? Nobody had a problem with you being able to bone aliens? But, whatever, people are stupid. Then again, like, I've heard third hand that there was furor, so it might be people who just like, I saw one person post something stupid in YouTube thread, and in my mind that means there was massive controversy.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Could you keep me sexually occupied until Tali's ready?
You have a minute, Miranda?
I do. I suppose we should talk. But I won't be shared. If it's going to go anywhere, everyone on this ship needs to know that you're mine.
Oh, okay, I got it. Yeah, this is the kind of thing that happens. Like, she senses that you just spoke to Tali. But, he's not asking you to be shared, Miranda. He's not asking, like, alright, Miranda, I have a deal. I want to have a relationship with you, but I also want to pass you off occasionally to Garrus and, you know, Jacob. No, that's not what he's saying. He wants to be shared. She should be saying, but I won't share.
I need some time to think.
Then why did you
Take all
come
the
in
time
here?
you need. You know where I'll be.
Why did you come in here to talk to me, ass face?
Alright, there you go. Whole video wasted on this crap. Let's get down to the CIC and get ready for some action. Travel to a new star cluster flight to assist with the mastery lay. So yeah, in this game, basically, all of your crew members that you can go with are potential love interests. I think I don't think male Shepard is allowed to romance Samara in this game, and I am pretty sure FemShep can't romance Solus or Grunt. FemShep actually gets so they I'm trying to think about this. Male Shepard gets the option to have a romance. I think you can vaguely flirt with Kelly. It may or may not be able to go anywhere. I don't remember. I find Kelly really irritating. But I know that there's like romantic cutscenes for can't think. There's romantic cutscenes that male Shepard can have with Miranda, Tali, and the one whose name I keep forgetting, who has like a man's name and shaved head. Her. Yeah. FemShep, I think, has to choose between... No, FemShep gets 3 options, too. FemShep can choose between Garrus, Thane, and Jacob. And I think there's at least one alien of each gender that you don't get to get freaky with. Male Shepard, I don't think, can get freaky with Samara. Which is a nice change of pace, because they build up the Asari to be, like, super sexy, but Samara is basically just, like, I'm, like, thousands of years old, and I'm just not into it anymore. You seem like a nice guy, though. Which is nice, because this game basically is, like, you know, for nerds, it's like this, you can have any super hot chick in the universe if you, you know, and it's kind of nice that they throw in somebody who's just like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not, no. And then FemShep can't get it on with Morden or Grunt. And, yeah, there you go. So I think, yeah, we now literally spent an entire video on this nonsense. So let's get to the galaxy map, and we're going to call it a video. But we will be ready to begin investigating Project Overlord. I guess we could fly into the appropriate system. I don't even remember what the deal with Project Overlord was. I'm sure we got some kind of cinematic at some point, dialogue, explaining generally what it's about. Echidna, not a kinda though. That would be the system in which you encounter Knuckles. Aight! We'll read about the planet Aight next time, folks. I'm the Mysterious JG. Thank you very much for watching, and please join me for actual gameplay other than just going around talking romance with fictional aliens and hot Australian space chicks. Bye-bye.